everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we are back in the Duncan. And we're on Haven, and we're in a division with J-With and Tuna. You guys ever notice, like, if I get into division for a moment, suddenly I end up with, like, multiple videos? Despite it only being, like, 6 games that I play with a division ever. Like, it's funny how it works. But anyway, we're in the Duncan, and we are on Haven. And you guys know that when I start to have fun in a ship, I tend to play that ship a lot. And Duncan is no different, no exception. That's the word I'm looking for. Because it is an incredibly fun ship. It is very rewarding to play this ship. Because it's hilarious. What the heck just happened to my voice? Help! There's a goose loose in my neck. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'm a dork, and I just smacked you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get violent up in here, but I get all excited when I get into Duncan. It's just the way it goes. But we're going to push off to the right side, which means we're going to split up from J-With and Tuna, because, you know, believe it or not, I know this is a crazy concept, but when you're in a division, you don't always have to stay together. Sometimes it's beneficial to your team to have the division split up. Why? Because then you have a competent player on both sides of the map. Cheat code activated? What? Tell me more. Right? A lot of people think that in a division you gotta stay together. And I argue that in a division, a lot of times it's more beneficial to split up. Because again, if you're in a division, generally it's people you can trust. And having somebody you can trust on the opposite flank is a huge deal, right? But we're going to push up. We've got a beautiful look at this gross occur first, and we're going to take advantage of it. First shot out, we also get a nice blind shot, so we don't actually get shot back, which is beneficial in a ship that doesn't have that much armor. 17,000 damage in the first shot. Not too shabby. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to a few things in this match. First of all, I want you guys to pay attention to what happens when the Duncan gets spotted and shot. Okay? It is difficult when you're fighting battleship caliber guns to play the Duncan at range, because the shells are coming in at such an angle that they're going to pin from pretty much anywhere. You can see Yama gets a couple of hits, one of which is a Citadel for 15,000 damage. The Zhao is over there shooting at us. We do have a smoke screen here, which means we're going to get a little bit of help here. So we're going to aim higher up on the side. This Yama is kind of creeping. So if we can get a couple of hits, that would be amazing. We have a destroyer on the far right side. We have a destroyer in the middle. We get absolutely nothing by shooting Yama. Yama started creeping forward and turned towards us enough to angle, so we get nothing. Much like when Gene Wilder told Charlie at the chocolate factory, "You get nothing! Good day, sir!" That's what I got, okay? Just picture him on the Yama. Anyway. We get absolutely shredded here once again. Yama, GK, range, not ideal. This is why I prefer to play up close in the Duncan. You guys know that I prefer up close and personal. Now here, gearing is spotted. We're gonna, you know, see a destroyer, shoot a destroyer. And what have I said multiple times about destroyers, folks? If I can see them, I'm not as scared of them. It's just like a snake, right? If you can see a snake, you can not be worried about the snake, right? Unless, of course, it's chasing you, and you are in a movie Anaconda. In which case, feel free to be afraid. Be very afraid. But we get a good hit on the destroyer, and because of our engine boost, we're able to get out of most of the damage. And as much as I wanted to shoot the gearing there, I cannot pass up the opportunity to shoot a broadside Mino with AP. And that is where the battle cruiser accuracy comes in, and bonk. Yeah, you're done, son. Good night. Hope you had fun. But yeah, I don't understand why Minos get so cocky. Like, why do they get so cocky in this game? Like, it is a great ship, but it is not a ship you want to put yourself out there and go, yeah, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. They are the cockiest little turds you ever seen in your life. But Gearing has lost all of his hit points. We take one more shot at him, and unfortunately, we leave him with just enough to get away. Now, we're going to have to use this island to good effect if we are going to turn this game into anything interesting on this side of the map, because we are heavily outgunned on this side. Now, J-With has come over. We did lose the destroyer on the far flank, but J-With has come over. He should be able to clean up on the gearing. Little known to me, there's actually a second destroyer here, which is a Shimakaze. But once again, Mino just goes whole ham and decides to rush out in front of everybody. Full broadside, and he doesn't last more than a few seconds. Shocker. Now we're going to push up around the corner just a little bit. I trust that a couple of these shells are going to get through, so I go ahead and fire the guns, and we citadel him. Only hit him with 2 shells, but we'll take that. That's a good result. And there's the torpedoes. Could be the unknown destroyer, could be the gearing. Now, I get spotted from the freaking plane, and that's when the gearing gets spotted, and I know J-With is out there. He will absolutely take advantage of getting rid of that gearing. So, no problem. Don't have to worry about that destroyer anymore. There is a Zao real close by, and there's the Yama real close by, and here's some more torpedoes. Again, knowing that I'm getting spotted by the plane, I should probably play this a little bit safely, but I don't. Now, notice the enemy Shima is pushing in. Do you see where he's headed? He's telling exactly what he's going to do. Now, I take a shot at the Yama. I go dark, but that stupid plane, man, that plane is going to be the death of me. Wait for it. Wait for it. Some people just don't have the reaction time. Now here, watch this torpedo. I completely forget that the torpedoes come out of the sides of the ship. So when you're up against an island like this, it's not your best shot to try to torp. But Yama going right through this bow side plating and absolutely crunching us. But we hit him back for 116. And that's when the Shimakaze is like, yes, I must come get this battleship. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and throw the torpedo out there. Probably should have launched this torpedo a little bit earlier. Maybe I survive. He comes around the corner. He's got 520 kills. Can he get 521 as we death strike another destroyer with the torpedo of the Duncan, because they just never learn. But, unfortunately, he does get us. I do become 521 for him. But, I don't know how many kills I've gotten the Duncan, but he's getting there for me. 130,000 damage, and now it's down to my teammates to finish the match. Is there anything more satisfying than killing a destroyer with a battleship torpedo? I don't think there is. The only thing more satisfying than killing a destroyer with a battleship torpedo is sniping a destroyer with a single launch torpedo tube from a battleship. I think that is probably the most hilarious thing that you can do in this game, because it is the ultimate FU to any destroyer player who thinks that they are too good at the game and need to YOLO you. Now, because they YOLO us, our team has all of the advantage here. Tuna is fighting a guy on the left. He's also being shot from the guys on the right. I apologize to Tuna because I should have been alive to stop this, but I wasn't, and that's on me. But fortunately, our teammates are going to be able to take down the enemy Musashi. And now, Tuna is going to be able to turn his Ray Publi towards the enemy as he gets absolutely punished by the Grosse Kurfürst. That was the Grosse Kurfürst shells, by the way. A lot of people think that the Grosse Kurfürst is a terrible ship because of the guns. No, the guns are not the problem of the Grosse Kurfürst. By the way, look at that accuracy. Holy mother of God. Yeah, that's front gun only. He looks at the Grosse Kurfürst broad. Oh my God, he got down to 200 hit points. But, I don't know if you guys noticed this, he actually has will to rebuild on his Ray Publi. I thought he was dead here, so I followed this shell in. And he survives. He survives because there's a destroyer close enough to trigger his will to rebuild. How long's it been since we've seen a will to rebuild actually being used in this game? I can't tell you the last time. It's been a long time. Why? Because will to rebuild was nerfed into oblivion. But you can see here clearly he gets another couple of shots out because of will to rebuild in this lobby, and gets a little bit more damage on that GK. But losing our battleship here, this still could go either way, but our team has all of the advantage. Why is that, folks? Why does our team have such an advantage here? Because they have 2 destroyers. The enemy has 0 destroyer. Do you see how the advantage stacks in our favor? Yes, they do have a Zao. But that Zao's unlikely to kill both of these destroyers because they're on opposite sides of the map. I know. Crazy thought. But the torpedoes are getting launched straight into the fray here. Unfortunately, they're a little bit too close to one another, and yeah, he went for the home run torpedo strike, doesn't get it. But look at the GK. Oh, come on, GK, go forward a little bit. Little bit? Yes. Go forward, my friend. And unfortunately, they run out. Did I get you? Probably got you there. You thought that GK was about to be justified. No. No. We are justicified. There we go. We'll go with that one. But Jaywith is not one to sit around on his loins while waiting for his next set of torpedoes to reload, especially when he's full health, and most of the stuff that he's going to be shooting at is a cruiser and a couple of battleships. He's got the range advantage. Our destroyer on the other side, unfortunately, puts himself in a situation where he can absolutely be killed, which is unacceptable in this situation, personally. But if he trades and gets rid of the Zhao, all will be forgiven. And he does. So, to the gearing, bad play, but we forgive you because you killed the Zhao. And at this point, the only thing left is 2 battleships versus 2 battleships and a gearing. Yeah, or daring. I think it's a daring. I forget. If it was a gearing, that GK would be dead already, because those torps would have just kept going. But I could be wrong as well. Anyway, long story short, these battleships can only do so much. Now, our Conqueror makes an actually... I get why he's doing it, but this is a play that you don't need to make here. Charging into 2 battleships when you're the only thing they can really shoot at is not a good trade. Conqueror does help get rid of the curve first, so even trade, I guess. That leaves it a Yama and our Yama versus our Destroyer and our friendly Yamato. Now, our Yamato has very little health. Their Yamato has little health, but we still have our trump card over here in a full health Destroyer that at any time, once he gets close enough, I think he's in a Hayate, come to think of it. Yeah, I forgot. We were tier 8s in this match. But anyway, once he gets in range, like, he's going to be able to kill this Yama, and there's really not a whole lot that the Yama can do about it. Even if you're a great shot, you're not gonna depth strike a destroyer at range very often in a battleship. I don't care if you're in a British battleship with HE. If you're at 11 kilometers, you're probably not gonna land enough shells to depth strike said destroyer. You'll hurt him, but you're not likely to kill him. And unfortunately for this Yama, he is absolutely in range of our Hayate, who is just DPMing the crap out of him. He's not going to be able to survive. Like, as soon as we get another fire, he's going to be burning, and we're just sitting here capturing the base as well, giving us that little boost, just in case he manages to kill our battleship. Remember, it's a 100-point swing. So if Yama manages to kill our battleship, which is absolutely a possibility, then we are then right on the cusp of losing. But because he's in the cap, even if that happens, worst case scenario, he just goes dark and captures the base, or just keeps shooting at the Yama and finishes him off. You can see the fires are stacking up. Yama gets a shot against him, and he just hits the brake, and they fly right by. Down goes the Yama. Shocker. But I hope this was a good showcase of the Duncan once again. Unfortunate that it ended the way it did, but we still ended up with 130,000 damage. Considering we were up against 2 battleships that were very, very nasty, a Zhao and 2 destroyers, I feel like we did okay. And we get top of the leaderboard with 2,800 base XP. And what's not to like about reverse Unoing a Shimakaze? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.